Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the reserve program, round number 14 at the Canadian Grand Prix. I think it's Villeneuve or Jacques Villeneuve of Montreal, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure it'll get changed once again. This is a track which is very, very interesting for track limits, but also the Wall of Champions and the Casino Straight, which is obviously the main straight in Sector 3 coming towards the Wall of Champions. And good to see everyone back and getting involved. A few new reserve drivers. Unfortunately, a few drivers didn't show up, which is a bit of a shame. So it would have been really, really good to see them get involved. But oh well. It is not the case, and we have got a full grid, which is even better. And we've got a few full-time drivers as well jumping onto the grid and giving it a go as well tonight. And joining me in the comms box, this man cannot get enough. And hopefully, fingers crossed and praise the Lord and oh Jesus and all that jazz. Danny Rocks, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, SJ. Pleasure to be here. Hopefully my mic is better than it was yesterday. I spent all day trying to fix it, Googling and trying to hope and pray that it is fixed, so if you would let me know, that would be nice. Also, Canada, well-known track for its track limits. So I'm excited to see how much track limits penalties we're going to see today.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, so good, mate. It is looking pretty good. So I love the dedication, getting it fixed, and getting a good night in the reserve program. Obviously, you may have done a few of these. They're quite relaxed. We don't go hard out like we do in the league races. So we do give these guys a little bit more spotlight on how they're doing in the season and all that as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But I will take you through the order while we just get into the paddock and get amongst it tonight. So here we go. In the paddock, look at that sunshine at Canada, looking absolutely glorious there. And we'll have to wait and see if it's going to be like that at this weekend for Division 1. So first up, we've got Larry B reserving yet again and jumping into the Ferrari. We've got Dubs Killer reserving as well, jumping in the Aston. We've got Ninvin, who was very, very good in Imola. Unfortunately, had that accident, which was a bit of a shame, but is back. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see this driver on the grid this weekend. We'll have to wait and see. Critter Kalma, as we know, we've seen him in a few races now in Division 4. Dungbus, who got an absolutely fantastic amount of glaze over in Division 5 the other night, which was quite funny, but also funny as well. So he is in the Mercedes. Then we've got Kalka in the Red Bull, who had a fantastic night last night in Baku and has jumped straight back in and getting back on the horse again and going again. We've got TTV Zombie as well, had a fantastic week as well at Baku and definitely want to bounce back again and do even better performance here and continue that form. We then got Bobby in the house, Mr. John R in the house, who is a full-time driver in the house as well. AXT getting a lot of driving under his belt as well. Had a very good start to the week in Baku as well. Was a bit unfortunate in Division 4, but if you are racing against the higher divisions, it does become a little bit more different than your division you're in. So really, really good for practice as well. Aiden Israel, as we know, absolutely loves this program and races in it nearly every week as much as he can. So really, really good to see him on the grid as well. We've got Com United, who's hosting for us tonight, so really appreciate that, mate. And he has jumped into the Alpine. We then got Ex Kazuto in the Kick, and he also loves this program as well. We've got Origin, known as Zanz, in the McLaren. Then we've got Phoenix going in the Alpine. Sonny Bray, as we saw at the weekend in the Mercedes, he's switching up for the Kick. So we'll have to wait and see how he goes. Got Gods of Other Sons, who hasn't done much racing, has raced in the league so far, so which is really good to see, and he's testing out the reserve program tonight. Then we've got RJ in the Ferrari, Goats for Life in the V-Cab, and last but least, we've got Kenworth in the McLaren, which I'm sure we will see him this weekend for Division 1 at Canada. Right, who do you want to take it away with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers. Opportunities are endless.
Let's go with the man that won yesterday. Where's Calco? Where's Mr. Calco? Is he starting his lap?
Yep, just about to start.
Let's have a look.
Over to you.
Yes, let's go on board with him. The man that won yesterday around the streets of Baku by a flawless victory of, what was it, 6 seconds, I believe, at the end. Let's see what he can do around the streets of Montreal. He goes through this first sector. Make sure not to invalidate anywhere on this track because it's very prone to invalidate. There's a 20.1 purple for a moment. Make sure not to mess up this little left-right, little double apex chicane. Turns on the ERS and DRS wide open. Making sure to not invalidate through this next part as it's very easy to walk over that white line. He doesn't, and now through this famous hairpin, like Monaco-esque hairpin. Through the hairpin he goes, turns off the battery for a moment, turns it back on. He has plenty of battery for the run to the line. Down the famous long straight before the infamous chicane, where it can be messed up or it could be won. Through the chicane, does he invalidate? Obviously, poles are currently a 9.5. Can he beat that? To the line goes Calco. No, only fourth quickest. 11.883 for the man that won yesterday, SJ.
Thank you very much. There we go. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, it's putting himself into the top 4 at the moment. We've still got Kaz down at 109.500. Then we've got RJ with a 109.902. So looking very, very fast. And Canada. Then we've got Kenworth doing a 109.990 as well. So the times are coming through. We've got Zombie who has just invalidated, unfortunately. So we'll be able to go out again. Looks like he's saved enough fuel. We've also got Louis on an outlap as well, which has got a bit of traffic in front. But so far, 3 guys into the 109s here, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they're already in the 9s, mate. Well, I reckon we could see at 8. And 8-7 is my early prediction for pole. But let's see what Kazuto can do. But who else is currently on a flyer? We've got Zombie. He's by the beginner lap, so let's run a lap with him then, shall we? Goes across the line to start his lap now. Zombie, I don't know how he did in any of the divisions. Let's hope he did pretty good. Looking a bit slow, and he's backed off as he's already invalidated. That's not looking good for Zombie. But let's go with Aiden Israel. He invalidated. So most of the drivers already invalidated early. We got a yellow flag. It's RJ Gibson, the man that's currently in P2, going slowly down the straight. It's probably because of fuel. So we're going to start to get to a little quiet period. Everyone's beginning to come back into the pit lane. Put those fresh set of softs on, SJ, so they can improve more. But almost, 6 drivers has not set a lap. It's because either they invalidated or they backed off. So mostly a good start for qualifying here from Canada.
Yeah, definitely a tough start for a few. Obviously, really got to get into the groove on the flying lap, and they're very easy to invalidate, which we'll probably see this weekend. A lot of invalidations and also track limits as well, so we'll have to wait and see. Mr. John R is about to start his outlap in the house. He's down there in P18, so let's just jump on board for a flying lap of Mr. John R. So here we go. He comes into the Wall of Champions, gets onto the power, burns a bit of ERS, gets onto the DRS. As we remember, this is last season where Lando and Piastri came together, and Lando decided to try and make the overtake on Piastri and instead put it into the wall and made a bit of a mistake there on himself. So we can see there Mr. John R losing the back end a little bit. Yellows in sector 1 there very, very nicely into turn number 2 and turn number 3 there very, very nicely. 78%, a little bit of traffic in front. Hopefully they're getting out of the way in the Alpine. We'll have to wait and see. We might get a nice little bit of a tow. Gets over to the left-hand side. The Alpine moves over to the right. Gives Mr. John R some room. 62% on the ERS. He still has quite a lot of ERS to burn, especially down at the Casino straight, but towards the Wall of Champions. We've seen Larry, unfortunately, DNFing there in that sector 1, not setting a time. Really unfortunate there. So here we go. Mr. John R coming all the way down to the main straight. A little bit of glitching going on here, as you can see on the screen. I have no idea what's going on, unless there's birds flying in the sky. Coming into Wall of Champions, Mr. John R really pushes that car, gets over to the right-hand side, loses a little bit of time, and then it's now to the line and sets a pole with a 109.416 attempt, 16 more than Kaz in P2.
Yes, very, very close margins here from Canada. And now where Mr. Jono's going now, that's where I think Alluri, is that how you say his name? That's where he crashed, so he must have lost it on the exit of that turn. So it's very tight margins here. So as Mr. Kaz is beginning his second flyer, going through the first couple of corners, he has a Red Bull in front of him. So let's see if that Red Bull swiftly moves out the way through this first sector. Let's see if he can improve from that 9.5 flat and see if he can take pole. And he's 79 thousandths up. He's gone purple actually, so he might be in contention for pole. Burning that battery with the DRS wide open. Let's see if Mr. Kazuto can take that pole position away from Jono going through this second sector to the second sector split time. Let's see what it is. It's a 2/10 improvement. He's 2/10 up at the end of the second sector. This could be pole for Kazuto here. It could be a pretty big gap back to P3 as well, as you see RJ Gibson there with a 9.9, and then P2 is a 9.5, and then pole's a 9.4, and this might be a 9.2. So let's see what Kazuto's got now. Down the main straight, plenty of ERS in DRS. Let's see Kazuto to the line. Now can he go pole? And with a 9.208, Kazuto to pole position.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens later on in this qualifying session as well. 7 minutes to go, still a long way to go, and still quite a few cars still to set times. We've got Dubs, Killer, Kungbus, and Aiden Raiden, who has to set a time as well, as Aiden Raiden is on a lap at the moment, and he's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. A kick look like at the front, which is Kaz in front, so I'm sure he will get out the way. Aiden Raiden now coming into 8th gear, onto the 55%, 56%, very, very nicely so far into Sector 2. Keeping it nice and clean. So easy to umbrella here at Canada, as we've seen so far. And a little bit of a sneak preview going into this weekend in Division 1, coming into the hairpin, probably one of the hardest hairpins of one of the tracks, and then gets over to the left hand side. He's lost it, and he's into the wall, and Aiden Raiden has lost it coming out of the hairpin. And I don't know what is he doing here, but this is not what you want to see. You want to be turning that around, Aiden. You don't want to be seeing that, my friend, because you're getting in the way of everyone else. So he's done a bit of a spin there, showing off. But yeah, it's really unfortunate for Aiden Raiden. We've still got a few guys still to set times. We've got Jonna on an outlap. We've got RJ, who's invalidated. That looks like he's just about to come into the pits. Kenworth, who is on 97%. He's just about to start, is he? Let's have a look. Yes, he is. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look to see if he's going to improve on his Sector 1 at the moment. Keeping it nice and clean going into turn 2 and turn 3 there. Very, very nicely onto second gear, getting onto the DRS in 3, 2, 1. Back onto the DRS all the way down. 7th gear, 68%, 62%, getting on there. Let's have a look. This is looking very, very good for Kenworth here. Be interesting to see if he can put this on at the weekend for Division 1. Looking good so far. Low on the fuel at the moment. That will help him. A little bit low on the fuel will give him a little bit more couple of attempts. 40% now on the ERS and the DRS. I haven't seen the sector times at the moment, but he's in Sector 3 coming down at the Casino straight. I still keep getting it wrong. Into the Water Champions. Doesn't hit it, which is really, really good to see. Then it is literally flat to the line, and it's not a 109. It's actually a 110.450. So a lot slower there for Kenworth, Daniel.
Yeah, I was following his sector times. He was down by 40 thousandths in the first and second sector. So he wasn't improving through there, which means he probably lost more tenths because his ERS was very low going down the main straight. But Zombie, who is on a flyer, currently P6 with a 10.3. He's 2/10 up. So let's see what Zombie invalidates. And there's a McLaren around. Is that Kenworth? I reckon that's Kenworth. He just didn't improve. So very unfortunate for Zombie, who has enough time to come back into the pit lane and put on a fresh set of softs and go again. But who is on a flyer? Let's have a look-see here. Ninvin, I always get that name wrong, who is on a flyer, coming to the line now, goes P3. What a lap by him, a 9.818. So caught him last sector, literally. So as we go back to Zombie Invalidated, I forgot. But yeah, pretty good qualifying so far.
Yeah, obviously the 9s are really starting to come into it. We've got P5, P4, P3, P2 and P1 all in the 9s, and then P10 from P6 all the way down to P8, then in the 11s P9 all the way down to P11, then in the 12s P12 all the way down to P15, and then we've got Dubskill and Phoenix in the 14s and the 20s. Then we've also got Kangbus and Aiden is Raiden. Let's have a look. Kangbus is about to finish off his time into the World of Champions, getting it nice and through there to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1:12.337, pushing himself up into P16. We've only got one car to set a time, and there's Aiden as well with 3 minutes to go. And he's going to have to go around again because he has invalidated this lap. And Kaz is on that lap as well. So nice little battle going on here. But Kaz setting the pedigree at the moment, 2 tenths quicker than John R in that P1 position. Ninvin doing a fantastic job. Will he be able to go out again? That's going to be the question. He's left it very late. RJ round in sector 2 at the moment. Let's see if we're going to see an improvement here. He is in P4 at the moment, so a great start for RJ. Nearly goes into the side of the Mercedes, which I think it may have been Kangbus, or it could have been Gods of Other Sons. RJ may have lost a little bit of time here, but here we go, coming down Casino straight. I got it right that time. Thank you. RJ Gibson all the way down the main straight. DRS coming in to the Water Champions. Will we see an improvement here from RJ? 3, 2, 1. He's invalidated. He's gone too far over to the right, and he is out of contention for a top 3, and he's down to P4. Bit of drama there for RJ, Danny.
Yeah, it's really easy to invalidate through that chicane, like I said earlier in this session. But Aiden is Raiden. Is he on an outlap or is he on a flyer? Because I can't really tell, because it still says outlap for me, but I reckon he's on a flyer. So let's see what Aiden is Raiden can do. This will be his only lap. Doesn't invalidate through the final chicane. All the way to the right he goes. To the line is Aiden is Raiden. He goes pole from out of nowhere. Aiden is Raiden, who did multiple times, goes pole with a 9.188. But the question is, can Kazuto fight for that coveted pole position? He begins his lap. SJ, over to you.
Yeah, here we go. Coming into sector 1, into turn 1, turn 2. Very, very nicely so far. Not much difference between Kaz and Aiden as Raiden. He has invalidated though, so Kaz is actually done. Kaz is not going to improve because he's invalidated. So he's done and dusted. Mr. John R, he's on an outlap. Kaz is into the pits now and he's left the session. I have no idea what's going on because it was just that he was on the lap. So I don't know what's going on there. A little bit of issues with Canada at the moment. Mr. John R, he's on an outlap as well. Unless people are not on outlaps, I have no idea what's going on here. But let's have a look. RJ Gibson's going around 57%. Doesn't look like there's going to be an improvement here. Who else have we got coming down the main straight? We've also got Kenworth that's about to start. Mr. John R is now about to start on an outlap. Let's have a look. Is he going to be able to make it through? We've got yellows in sector 3. 12 seconds. He is going to be able to start. So we'll jump on board with Mr. John R to see what he can do. Here we go. Coming into turn 1. Gets onto the curb there. Here we go. 109.4. 2 temps. 3 attempts to beat pole position. Can he do it? Coming down into turn 2 and turn 3. Very, very nicely there. 85% of the ERS. Sector 1. Are we seeing improvement? No, we're not. We're going to jump off. We're going to go on to Ninvin. Ninvin's on 72%. Looks like he's slowed right down. Or has he slowed right down? Yes, he's into 4th gear. He is done and dusted. What about Kenworth? Kenworth is now coming down the main straight. 7th gear, DRS enabled. Here we go. Are we going to see an improvement from Kenworth? Is anyone going to be able to knock Aiden and Kaz off the front? We'll have to wait and see. Kenworth coming down the main straight now. Any improvement in his time? Yes, there is. Up to P4. What about John R? John R is down by 0.08. He has to nail the Wall of Champions. If he nails it, he could take pole position. We'll have to wait and see. coming round into the last couple of corners, down the main straight. Can Mr. John Hart take pole position? No, he can't. 109.226. What about Nimvin? Nimvin, no, is not going to improve, and that is qualifying done and dusted, as Kangbus has just invalidated. Excuse me.
Yes, very good qualifying session there. Very close for pole, as always, around the streets of Canada. The top three separated by what, like a tenth? Not even a tenth. But with Kazuto, I'm looking at the Discord now. His monitor is shut off. His monitor's shut off. If you look at the Discord, his monitor's turned off. So I don't know what happened there, but very close for pole, SJ.
Yeah, very. I'm just going to send him an invite, but I can't get him back in. So if you can get him back in when he's jumped in, that would be fantastic. So yeah, don't know what's happened there. Very interesting.
I've told him to add me, but he hasn't yet. But that's not very good because he's starting P2. So everyone's going to get caught up with that. So, I mean, I shall wait for a friend request to come through, but I'll hand it back over to you for the official qualifying results.
Yes, well, what a start. There you go, all nines from P1 down to P7 there. Aiden's Raiden taking out pole position. P2 Kaz did have those issues as well, which was a bit of a shame because he was on track and then all of a sudden he just ended up into the pits and disconnected. Mr. John R, though, couldn't take pole position away from Aiden's Raiden, but got closer to Kaz in that P3. Then we got Kenworth, Nimvin, Zombie, RJ, Gods of Our Sons, Com, Sunny Bray, Axe TT, Calco, Goats Flies, Kangbus, Kurakama, Aogen, Bobby, Dubs Killer, Phoenix, and Lurie_B. Rounded out. Excuse me. Right. We are going to get underway. Hello, Quicksilver. Thank you very much for jumping into the chat, mate. Welcome in. And hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. And hope you're tuning in and tuning in the guys and supporting them, which is good to see. Which is, it's really good to see. So, there we go. All of our videos are live on YouTube, so feel free to jump on board if you want to get amongst it. I'm just going to shut this down so we can have a little bit of a better stream because I feel that it's causing problems. But there we go. SJ on your own tonight. No, I'm not. Daniel is here. He's in the comms box.
Hello. I'm trying to get Kazuto back in, but update, his game is not opening, so I don't know how that's going to go if he's starting second. Everyone's going to have to check up and make sure that no one crashes into each other with his ghosted AI. But we got a race start as we go 5 reserve program Canada. We go racing on the streets of Gilles Villeneuve. RJ Gibson's already got a penalty for jump start. But here comes the McLaren of Kenworth. This chaos bedlam already beginning this race. RJ Gibson with a penalty. There's two cars intertwined with each other. Kazuto, AI, and Phoenix Flyer. So very, 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 very dramatic start.
No.
SJ.
Oh, look at this. 3 wide going in on that one.
That ain't good. You don't go 3 wide.
No, it's not. No. Flick me a DM, mate, and we'll get you in. Alright, let's take this race away. We've got Kenworth in P1 at the moment, John Hart in P2, Zombie in P3. Great start by those top 3. RJ getting a penalty already, not the best of starts, and that is also a drive-through as well. We've got yellows going on in the background as well. We've got Kaz, unfortunately his AI. We've got Lurie that's gone very, very slow as well, down there in P20. Phoenix down there in P18 as well, so a lot of drama happening earlier on. A lot of mixture of tyres, of mediums and hards. Looks like there is a lot of hard compound tyres in this race that we're seeing at the moment. And comments coming in, interesting first sector. I do agree to a T. My voice is a little bit funny tonight. Kurakama is just gone a 10 second. Then Phoenix King at 10 seconds, speeding in the pit lane already. And we're only on lap 2 out of 25. back to you, and we're going to jump on board with Zombie for an onboard flyer. Take it away.
Yes, as we go through, Kangbus already with a 3-second. I was watching a battle further down of the field. They were going side by side into the chicane. Someone was forced into the pit lane. So it was an RB of Critic Armor, I reckon. But as we focus on Zombie, battling for P1 here. He's 3/10 adrift of Jono here. This might get the beneficiary of the slipstream. He's already got a front wing end plate missing. It's going to be like Baku all over again. All the end plates are going to go missing. As he opens the DRS wide open, is MJ going to look to gain on the current race winner? Yes, he is, but he's not going to do anything into the chicane. He's going to wait to turn 1. But here comes Zombie. Zombie looking the beneficiary of this race. But here comes MJ. Down the inside, gets P2, but here... Also down the inside, as Kenworth loses 2 positions in the span of a corner. We got a safety car. Safety car is deployed. I don't know for. So, wow, what a start, SJ. Very crazy, very crazy.
Yeah, absolute drama here in the reserve program. Mixed divisions from Div 1 to Div 5, and some really struggling on this race. And as you can see, quite a few penalties. Look at that. 3 teams, P18, 19 and 20, all pit lanes. Kangbus with a 3-second. RJ with the drive-through is going to have to serve that after the VSC as well. But Mr. John R and Zombie and Kenworth doing a fantastic job so far, and a few of the others as well. We've got Gods of Other Sons in P5, Sunny Bray P6, Communite P7, Aiden's Raiden in P8, Calgo P9, and then we've got Kumbus in P10, Aogen in P11, Bobby, then Goats, then Dubs Killer, Kaz, which is AI, hopefully we can get him back in, and then we've got Nimvin, who is really unfortunate to see him all the way down there, P16. If your controller is causing problems, just retire. Easier than causing an absolute scene. Having problems, just retire. It is what it is. We've got Mr. John R as well, who's doing a fantastic job. Zombie doing a great job. He's decided to come in to the pits and I reckon get on to a set of... Let's have a look. What we got? All front wing change as well. A little bit of drama there for Zombie. He's dropped all the way down to P9. Could lose a few more spots as well. Let's have a look what tyres he's on, or has he just changed the front wing? Let's have a look. Now he's gone on to a new set of mediums, but look at the gap between Jono and Gods of Other Sons. 3.2 seconds, but we do have a safety car at the moment. So, yeah, a lot of drama in this race very early on as Phoenix gets another 10 seconds, and I think that may be calling it a night. And will be a retirement. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. But yeah, a lot of drama very early on in this reserve program, Daniel.
Yeah, too much. There's chaos, bedlam everywhere. Everywhere you look is chaos. But very unfortunate for Phoenix Fly, who's having issues with his controller. So he might call it a day. Very unfortunate for him, as Al-Ghuri, he's got a 3-second penalty under safety car. Very weird to see that. But Aiden is Raiden has jumped onto a set of softs. So, I mean, he might gain on all those hard types in front of him, like Bobby, Kazuto. Kazuto's AI actually is up to 10th. Can you believe that? Kungbus and Com United, the host. So, as MJ, God's Other Son, Senibro Calco have stayed out under this safety car, so they think it's too early to box. So they're going very, very long in this strategy. Yeah, so looking to go very, very wonky on this strategy, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, very interesting at the moment. Obviously, we've got the top 4 on those 4 laps, 2 laps on the mediums, 4 laps on the mediums, and then obviously 4 laps on the hards as well, and also Calco as well on those 4 laps. And then we've got Kenworth on 1 lap as well. And then we've got Aerogen as well, that's on 4 laps as well. So a lot of these guys still on old tyres, and then a few are on new tyres. So Kenworth on a new set of tyres. RJ and Zombie. We've also got Kungbus and Com United, and then Goats and Dubs Killer, Phoenix and Crudicum, I think, as well, and AXT and Lurie. So a lot going on there. A little bit of drama, seen a bit of debris on the track there. So someone has hit the back of someone. Looks like it is a Lurie there who's lost that front right side. I'm going to let you take a lot of this tonight because my voice is not holding up. And I don't know what's going on. It's unusual, probably from last night. So take it away, and I'll just try and direct you onto the action.
Yes, thank you, SJ. As MJ has gone, he's gapped God's other son, who's had a terrible restart off of the chicane. RJ Gibson comes in to serve that drive-through. That's going to let everyone go up a position. God's other son, not a very good start, who's on those old medium tyres. Sunny Bray looking to gain on that restart, as everyone has had a quiet restart, as RJ Gibson has been disqualified session for ignoring the drive-through penalty. So RJ Gibson out in the early stages of this race. Very, very unfortunate for him. As we go side by side, Kenworth and Zombie. Zombie through on Kenworth with those fresh medium tyres. He's looking to gain on that top 5 here, as Calco's in front of him, 1 second adrift, as MJ with a fantastic start here from Canada. God's Other Son keeps P2, then Sunny Bray back there, P3, Calco P4, then Zombie gaining very massively with those fresh medium tyres, while everyone else hasn't pitted. So he's going to gain on him like Sonic, basically. He's Sonic now. He's going ultra speedy now, as MJ sets the fastest lap with a 12.2. As we continue on into the late stages of this race, looking towards the rear of the field, and now we got Kungbus and Com United battling for P10. But overall, clean restart as the DRS chain is forming for P2, back for P5. Zombie, who's on those fresh medium tyres, can he get Calco before the end of this DRS straight? Beautiful exit by Zombie. Calco looking to defend, going all the way to the right, then back to the left. Zombie says, nope, I shall wait for the very long straight. Or is he going to go for the dive at the hairpin? What's he going to do? He's going to wait for the long DRS straight, as everyone is just in that tyre saving mode now. But let's see, during this very, very long DRS straight, let's see who will come out in P2 or P3. As Zombie's gaining on the... He's through on the Red Bull, bit deep, but overall pretty good. As Zombie is up to P4 on those fresh medium compounded tyres. He's going to go for the dive on Sonny Bray. Yes, he is. Sonny Bray lets him through, knowing he's on the fresher tyres. So let's see if Zombie can catch God's Other Son. He most likely will, because there's a massive deficit in those tyre different laps. As we look further back now, there's a huge DRS train from Aogen, I think that's how you say his name, back all the way to Goats for Life in P13. So we'll keep an eye on that little DRS train there. As we look further up, back to Zombie. Zombie looking to gain on God's Other Son. Very good exit out of that little chicane. Weaving right, weaving left, makes contact a bit. Does he lose his front end plate? No. God's Other Son lets him through. Very smart racing there. Very good restart for Zombie, who's already up to P2, SJ.
Yeah, great work from Zombie. Bit questionable on the move there on Sunny Bray, but we'll let that go. It is the reserve program. I don't know if he'd be doing that in the race. We'll have to wait and see. As Calco gets into P3, nearly goes into the size of Wall of Champions there. Nearly loses the right-hand side there. A little bit further down, we've got God Other Sons and Sunny Bray going at it as well, which is a nice little battle between the Mercedes and the Kick. We've got Aiden's Raiden, who's going side by side. Oh, Ninvin has gone into the side of Aogen there, and he is taking off his front left plate, and Very questionable move there down the main straight. You need to be aware of other drivers, and now he's going to struggle with that front wing damage as well, which has been unfortunate. Yes, he's quick, but you've got to have spatial awareness. So Larry gets a 3-second time penalty down there in P14, which is now 16 seconds of penalties, and we're only on lap 9. So, yeah, really struggling with track limits here at Canada. Kangbus on 3 seconds, so's Dubs Killer and Phoenix on 10 seconds as well, and everyone else is not on any. We've got Com and Aiden as Raiden going for a move there, as Aiden as Raiden tries to go around the outside. Com tries to hold the position. He'll come back at him. RJ has left due to the DSQ. Back up to the front, we've got Kenworth and Sonny Bray, as Kenworth has just lost out to Gods of Other Sons, but does get the job done on... No, he doesn't, because he gets the move done on Gods of Other Sons up in the P4. So we've got a nice little moves going on here up the front, but a little bit of drama at the back with the penalties. 3, 16, 6 and 10. And we've still got moves going on left, right, centre, and still people within battles, which is really good to see. And I'm going to jump on board with Bobby just to see if he can get the move done on Aogen. So, Daniel, I'm going to let you take this away.
Yes, very, very, very cool battles around the racetrack. Everywhere you look, there's battle century, as Bobby is looking to take that P10 away from Aogen with the DRS wide open. But look who's behind him. It's Mr. Kungbus, the guy that had all the praise in Div 5 a couple of days ago. Takes that P11 from him, but that means Bobby will not be able to get that P10 move unless he gets past Kungbus. This is going to be a very tight battle, but look, the inside is Goat for life. Nothing happening there, but as the DRS train has now formed, so everyone is not peeling off to do any moves as of yet. So it's also going to be a question is who is going to be the first to pull the trigger on the pit stops, like green flag pit stops, not safety cars. So let's see, as MJ has gapped the Zombie on those hard compounded tyre. The gap has now gone out to 3.6 and climbing, and Kenworth has lost a lot of time. That's bringing Calco back into it. So let's see what Calco can do with the DRS as Go for Life gets a penalty for track limits. As I just said, it was looking good. I cursed him, but that's very unfortunate for him, as Aiden is Raiden gets past Sonny Bray for P7 on track. But let's see what Calco can do on the back of Kenworth. There is a major difference in the tyre offset. Phoenix Fly with another 3-second penalty. He's down in there in P19. He's just trying to bring the car home at this point with his controller issues. But as Aiden is Raiden has got up to P5, he's making moves left, right, and centre. Aiden is Raiden. So let's see. And Kazuto finally gets back in, which is a praise for him, but he's all the way down in P17 as God's Other Son and Sonny Bray pull the trigger for the pit stops, looking for the undercut. But Calco looking very racy, even with that offset. So let's see if Calco can somewhat gain on Kenworth. But as everyone makes their pit stop, the field is becoming more spread out, which means not many battles on track. But one battle that is for sure is for P8, with 4 cars in this little DRS train, as Goat for Life is looking to get past the Haas of Bobby down the inside. Goat for Life. Who's going to get it out? It's going to be Mr. Goat for Life. It will be Goat for Life, as I was unsure there, but it is Goat for Life moving up into the point if it was normal F1. But it's not, it's Rush, so it's different points. So more points in P10, so a very good race by him, but he does have that 3-second penalty, as he's already gaining on Aogen. 5/10. Let's see if he can somewhat pull a move on Aogen down at this straight. Looking to gain under the DRS. But who else is gaining? Aogen, but he's got no battery left. Well, Goat for Life is sitting comfortably behind him with half a tank of battery left. So let's see if Goat for Life can catch up, as I don't know how to say that name. He already gets a 3-second penalty. He's got heaps now. How much does he have? Like 20 seconds now? Surely he's nearing disqualification range. As there's a yellow flag, it's towards the front. It's a, who's that? Who's that off? It's someone. I reckon it's a back marker, so it doesn't really matter. I think that's Phoenix Flyer. Yes, it is. It's Phoenix Flyer. So, as we look towards that battle for P9 now, between Aogen, Goats for Life, and Bobby. Can Goats for Life get Mr. What's his name? Aogen? No, he can't. He's gonna wait for that long straight. As Goats for Life gets another second penalty. It's penalties galore. Like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, it's a penalty known track. If you mess up, go wide one corner, get too many warnings. There's a contact between Aogen and Ghost. That's going to let Bobby go through into P10. But here comes, what's his name in the Red Bull? I don't know. But it's Axe, I think. I don't know his name, one of the two. But are they going to go side by the chicane? That's not going to work. You don't go side by side into the chicane as Axe pulls the trigger, or did he get forced into the pit lane? As Nidvin also comes in. Aogen looking down the inside of Sunny Bray. Cannot make the move stick. Very hectic battles towards the rear of the field, SJ.
Yeah, a lot is going on. A bit of a silly manoeuvre there, which obviously costs Goats the pit lane and also some damage, which he's now dropped all the way down into P16. Does have that fresh wing, though. Doesn't have that fresh wing. We'll have to wait and see if he's managed to change it. Let's have a look. Yes, he does, which is good. So back up to the front. We've still got battles going on here. We've got Sunny Bray and AXTT going at it. And Sunny Bray on the right-hand side goes off track, though. Would have to hand that position back in real life because he's overtaken the car, so he'll give that position back. Good to see. Then he's going to take it back again, and he's going to go way too deep. AXT goes on the inside, goes for the switch. They're going to go side by side. Then AXT looks like he's going to have the DRS. As you can see, has got hardly any battery, these two, at the moment. Look at that. Sunny Bray on one. AXT on none, and then you've got a move going on down the back there as Gunbus has gone and has lost it and has made a bit of contact there with Bobby as well. There's a lot going on in this race with 10 laps to go, and Aogen has just got a 10-second speeding in the pit lane as well. The penalties tonight are absolutely insane, but oh no, Zombie's got one up there in P2 now, and well, if he makes another mistake, that could bring Aiden as Raiden into it at the moment. But Mr. John R is having an absolute fantastic night tonight. And we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here in this in the rest of this race when it comes to the closing stages. He's Sunny Bray up in the P7, 12 seconds back from Com. So the gaps are massive at the moment. And yeah, the battle's going on, continuing. And we're going to jump on board with AXT because I think AXT is about to initiate a move there. We've got yellows in sector 1, and I think that is Dubs Killer, I think, that's made a mistake there. It's not Phoenix. Phoenix is down there in P19. Dubs Killer down there in P18. A little bit of drama going on here as Carl and Calco, as Calco comes into the pits. Sunny Bray is about to try and get the move done on Calco. Will he get the move done before the pits? That's going to be the question. Calco's coming out of the pits. Sunny Bray's coming down on the left, and you can see there's Calco. Can Calco get the job done? No, he can't. Oh, yes, he can. No, he can't. Yes, he can. Look at that lovely move there. And I'm going to jump back on board to Kenworth, who has got Aiden as waiting for company. So, here you go. On board with Kenworth. Over to you, Daniel.
Yes, very exciting battle forming up for P2. Or was it P3? It was P3, my apologies. As Calco, I keep messing up tonight. As Kenworth is in the DRS of Aiden is Raiden. As Mr. Jono has pulled the trigger and decides to box. Oh, there's a crash! Dubs is into the wall. Oh, this is a big crash! Wall of Champions! Kenworth is involved from Mr. Dubs crushing a Wall of Champions. This will most likely be a safety car. Yes, it is. Or is it a VSC? I think it might be a VSC. No, it's a full safety car. Full safety car.
Well, what an accident. Someone was about to hit it, and someone has hit it. And it has its very well-known
Yeah.
corner. It's a very well-known corner, and it's not called World Champions for no reason. It's taken out a lot of people, and Dubs Killer is the first one tonight, and that was a bad accident as well. We're seeing a lot of glitching here as well with position changes. Aiden is Raiden now in to play one on those 15 lap hards. Mr. John R on those mediums. Kaz getting a drive through. As well, speeding under the safety car. So a lot of drama happening tonight in this race, Daniel.
Yes, we were eventually gonna see someone hit Wall of Champions. Why do you think it's called Champions? Dubs is gonna become a world champion one day, maybe, in one of the divisions. But yeah, very chaotic start. It's gonna let those who stayed out under that first safety car come in and get those fresh tires until the end of the race. My question is Raiden come into the pit lane? Yes, he does, obviously. But the question is, where is he going to pop out? There's a big gap between Zombie and Communited, so let's see if he can pop out in that big gap for what seems to be P4. As Zombie stays out, obviously, he can take those tires to the end. But very, very, very chaotic race. As Aiden is Raiden serving his penalty as well, so I might let Communited jump him. Where is Communited? He's coming through the final chicane. Let's see if he can jump Aiden is Raiden and potentially spoil his race. Aiden is Raiden to the end of the pit lane. Communited coming down the pit straight. Where does Aiden is Raiden pop out? He pops out right in front of him, but it's very close with his penalties, but is clear of his penalties. So let's see if Aiden is Raiden can compete for the win.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting race so far. Mr. John R in pole position, no penalties as well. What a fantastic race he's driven tonight. I think he's basically led from start to finish. No, he hasn't. He's made up 2 spots there. So Nimbin getting a 3-second time penalty on a safety car as well. Interesting to see that happening under safety car. So yeah, look at those penalties. This is what we are going to see, I think, this weekend. It's going to be very interesting. We are going to have some very fantastic racing, which is going to be exciting to watch and see at the same time. So Mr. John R leading the way, then Zombie in P2, Aiden's Raiden P3, and Zombie obviously has that 3 seconds. Can Aiden is Raiden be a party pooper and take pole position? We'll have to wait and see. He is on fresh, I think he's on fresh mediums. Yep, he is on fresh mediums. But Mr. John R is also on fresh mediums as well. So it's going to be a nice little battle between the front P1 and P3. Then we go a little bit further down. Let's look at some tyres. We've then got Com that's on 2-lap mediums. So Raiden is on a lot more fresher tyres than obviously Mr. John, Zombie and Com as well. So that will give him a little bit of an advantage. A little bit further down, we then got Kenworth and Calco, 1-lap hards and 2-lap hards as well. Then we've got Nimvin on 6-lap hards into P7. So he's made his way up through the pack, but not probably been the best of nights for him. Bobby doing a fantastic job from Division 5 in P8. No penalties on 2-lap mediums. Having a fantastic night here at Canada. And then we've got Sonny Bray with no penalties as well on 2-lap hards. Great night for them. AXT 2-lap mediums with a pen. Goats with another penalty for alert on the safety car. I do not know how you do that, but please tell me. We've then got Kaz that's in the lobby. He's on a penalty. Kangbus is on a penalty. God's Other Sons is not. Goats is, AXT is, Louis is, and then Kritikama, no. Aojin, no. And Phoenix, yes. So still quite a few penalties. 19 laps, looks like it's going to be a sprint to the end here. And I'll let you take it away with MJR.
Yes, MJ has pulled the trigger because McLaren is a lapped car of Origin. Let's see what happens on the restart with Zombie. Can he make quick work of the lap car? Obviously, it's going to move out its way. So MJ with a fantastic restart on those fresh medium tires, but Zombies on the hards. Ellery has crashed a Wall of Champions. What will this be with 5 laps to go? Will it be a safe start? Will it be the VSC? I don't think so. MJ with a rocket restart as Zombie secures P2 for now. Aiden is rated back there in P3. Come United back there in P4. And then Kenworth and then Calco looking to get past his teammate of Aogen, and obviously in that lapped little period stage there. So let's see if he can quickly move out of the way of Calco, as Calco is going to go down the inside. He's going to defend. Bit of contact. That might be a thing that the stewards are looking at. As you can see, blue flags are waving for the McLaren of Aogen. But Aogen is defending hard for... So this is not very good from his teammate, as Aogen does get a penalty, as I say that, for blue flags, but he's going to go side by side through the chicane. Calco gets through on this is Chaos Bedlam through on Nimvin. But let's see if Nimvin can defend. But here comes Sonny Bray down the inside of Calco. Can he get around the outs of the Williams of Nimvin? No, it's Kungbus gets another penalty for track limits. Very chaotic start here towards the final point stages if it was real. But here comes Sonny Bray looking to gain on Nimvin. Pulls to the left. Decides not to back off on that decision there, as this is a chaos restart again. But here comes Sonny Bray getting with the DRS and ERS as Nimvin defends, but nothing going on there. But can Sonny Bray get him into the chicane as Nimvin has a horror? Oh, Nimvin's round! He is around! That's going to allow Calco to go through, and that's going to drop Nimvin right to the rear field. But contact between Bobby and Calco. Calco down the ins. Right the outside. This is Chaos Bedlam, boys. There's still 4 laps to go. This is Chaos. Calco with the DRS. They both have DRS. Tell me they're going to go side by side into the chicane. Very good racing by Bobby, who backs off. This is Chaos Bedlam, SJ.
Yeah, Bobby's just got a 3-second time penalty. Sorry, I'm sneezing at the same time. We've then got AXT is gonna go side by side as well. God, my voice, my nose, everything tonight. What's going on? And there's been so much drama in this Canadian reserve program. I just don't know what we're gonna see this weekend. Kurtakama getting a 3-second time penalty, and John R was just having the nicest drive of ever at the front. We've then got TTV Zombie in P2. Aiden,
bless you, mate.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Much. My eyes are watering, my voice is going. Jesus, it's nearly close to the weekend. We've got Com United in P4 as well. TTV Zombie is going to go side by side with Aiden's Raiden. Nice little battle here for that P2 position. Zombie does have that penalty. Aiden's Raiden doesn't. They're still going to have a nice little battle. A little bit of a wheel bang in there. We've had so much drama in this race. We've seen Aogen just not letting people get past, which I think may need to be re-looking at the rules, because blue flags, my friend, you get out of the way. You don't hold up, you get out of the way. And then we then saw Nimvin absolutely completely lose it and nearly, T-boned. I think he actually T-boned everyone else. Did a bit of a 360 spin as well, and still in the race, which I'm surprised how. But and now we've got Aiden as Raiden trying to get on the back of Mr. John R with 2 laps of racing. This has been insane, and I'm going to jump on board with Kenworth for a flying lap here. So back to you again, Daniel.
Yeah, it's chaos races. Kenworth is looking to gain on Mr. Com United dearly. So let's see if as Kenworth can get P4 on track. But Com United and Zombie does have a penalty, so this could be a podium for Mr. Kenworth. All he needs to do is clear Com United, and then he has clean air for the rest of the race. I don't think Com United is going to let go. But here comes Kenworth with the DRS, and ERS is a penalty! That is crucial for this race! Oh my goodness! MJ with a late race. Oh, all Aiden is Raiden has to do is sit on the back of him, and he's got this race win secured. But what will happen between MJ and Zombie, who position on track? This is chaos, and what a penalty in this race for MJ. Gets a 3-second penalty for track limits at the final chicane. That's going to rip his heart and his race win out of the hands. Wow, that is so bad for him, especially him leading in this race. He's got a gap in his rating by 3 seconds in the next lap, which I think is doable, but he's going to need extraordinarily more pace. And his rating has got past Zombie. All he has to do is sit, and he's got the race win done, or is he going to look for it on? Here comes Aiden is Raiden. He's charging up his battery for the last. As we come through the final lane now with MJ. Will Aiden is Raiden get a penalty? No. He keeps it clean. He's got to do that. And he's got the race win onto the MJ. MJ going into turn 1 as we got battle for P5 as Kenworth gets past. And then that will be locked in his position. P4 for Kenworth. Well, but as we have a late spin and the slow car, it's going for life. He's slow. He's slow down the main straight, the main big straight. But as we look for the 3, basically line astern. Aiden is Raiden has to sit there, like I said, done. But Zombie is not going to take that pass kindly. He's going to look the game back on Aiden Raiden. But here's the thing, he's got no time to get that penalty up to 3 seconds. So for the final time in this race, they're going to go through the hairpin Monica-esque. Aiden is Raiden. What a race by him. Sonny Bray gets a penalty. And for the final time, the wide open for Aiden is Raiden. All he has to do is sit there, but he's going to look for it on track. Around the outside of him. Aiden is Raiden. What a move. All he has to do is keep it clean for the final sector. And he does. Your race winner. And what? Aiden is Raiden is the king of the streets of Monte Carlo. No, I said Monte Carlo. What the hell? That was going to be so cool. Of Canada. Well done to you, sir. As Kenworth, what a drive by him. Had a late crash, but manages to get P4. But here's the thing, you will get the minor position. Look at all those penalties. But through the final sector now for P10 on. Who will get P10 on? P9 goes to Bobby. P10, side by side, it's going to go to... The Adrian gets another penalty for penalties, obviously. And what a race by the Aston Martin driver as Aiden gets the job done around the streets of Canada. He's the king of the streets of Canada. That's what I meant to say. Well done, but by him.
Wow. Wow. Bit of drama. Absolute drama. We will have Aiden as Raiden jumping in for an interview as we only interview P1. So we'll have to see what he's got to say. But what a race. And well done, Daniel. Great job, mate. Well done. Thanks for taking over my voice. I really appreciate it.
No, I was going to do something so cool at the end. Did you see what I was trying to do? I was trying to say the king of the streets of Canada, but I said Monte Carlo.
Yeah,
oh my god, that was going to be so cool.
I have no idea why Monte Carlo, but yeah, we'll leave it as
well,
that.
It's a street circuit. Yeah. Oh, look at this. It's all Aston Martin except God's other son.
Oh, wow.
I thought Aiden is Raiden, actually. He almost clean sweeped it. Wow.
Well, we have to wait and see. Hopefully we get Aiden as Raiden coming in, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But, yeah. What a very interesting night. We'll go for the classifications. We'll see if Aiden as Raiden does want to just drop in and see what he thinks of Canada and how he feels this weekend going into Division 1, which he has jumped in, which is really good to see. But there you go. It is a full house for Aston Martin tonight. Absolutely fantastic night for Aiden as Raiden. Aiden as Raiden taking out the win and getting the fastest lap with 1:10.842. Mr. John R, unfortunately, getting that 3 seconds right at the last minute. Zombie getting another 3, which pushed him to a 6. Kenworth finishing P4. Then Sonny Bray, Galguy XT, Komi and I, Bobby, Gods of Other Sons, Nimvin. I'm surprised he managed to even finish the race. Kangbas, Krudakama, Ghost for Life, Kaz, Aogen, Phoenix, and we lost Illyri, Doves Killer, and RJ. We've got Aiden is Raiden in the comments box. We're not going to take much of your time. I'm going to let Daniel take away the interview on this one. So over to you for Aiden is Raiden.
Yeah, well done, Aiden. Very clean race by you. Basically in the top 5 the whole race. What was your thoughts when MJ got that penalty? You were looking really fast at that point anyway. So what was your thoughts?
Well, I overtook him anyway, but it kind of. Well, I was on 2 warnings already, so I was just kind of not. I was trying not make it get another warning. But yeah, I overtook him anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. But I was just taking it a bit slower. They got the penalty then. It was a bit of a crazy race altogether.
My mic was muted the whole time there. The strategy was perfect by you. Did you stay under the first safety car, or did you come in? I think you came in.
On turn 1, so I had to.
Oh, you got damage.
I had to go to softs, then the hards again on the same safety car. Then another safety car came out. I got a penalty for hitting the DNF car, so I had to go from hards to mediums.
Yeah, I forgot you got that penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate when you did get that penalty, but thank goodness you were able to serve it under that safety car. Did you think you could win it, or was the race went out of your thoughts, or let me know?
Well, I've won from last a couple times, so it definitely wasn't out of my mind. I knew that there were a couple fast guys at the front, so it would be hard, but I just kept on pushing.
Yeah. Before I hand you over to SJ, who would you like to thank? Because I think you've got a couple of thank yous.
Well, definitely Kong Bus, my goat, for letting me by. Karko also for letting me by. I think Common United also let me by. It's a bit of a win-win. I got past them. They all got DRS from me, so I think it worked out for everyone.
Yeah, well done on the race win. I'll hand you over to SJ now. If he's got any questions or comments, SJ, over to you, mate.
Thanks, Daniel. Aiden, obviously you gave us a little bit of show and tell tonight, doing a little bit of a 360 spin and reversing on the track. Thanks for that, mate. Hopefully we don't see that in qualifying. But how was Canada for you tonight? All in total, like qualifying and the race.
Qualifying was tough. These are my first laps, so I invalidated 3 of my 4 laps. It was only the last lap that I got, and I think that we'd been beaten if Kazuto didn't lead the session, so I was a bit lucky there. And then obviously got a bad start. Tried to back out 3 wide, and went to 3 wide again, so it didn't really work out. But yeah, thankfully the safety cars were a bit my favourite today.
Yeah, how do you think this track is going to go at the weekend?
Well, you saw it was decided almost by penalties, but I reckon a few races this weekend will be decided by penalties. It's a hard track for penalties. So yeah, keeping in the white lines will definitely be valuable.
You think that's going to cause a few problems this weekend? A few issues due to obviously the track limits?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay. And your momentum has been very, very good in the last few weeks. Are you a fan favourite? Are you pretty confident how you're going to go here this weekend?
Yeah, I like Canada. It's a nice track. Yeah, I do enjoy it. Yeah, I like it, I guess. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I look forward to seeing what happens. And once again, well done. We know that you do love this reserve program, and you do very well. And it's good practice for you going into into this week's race. And it was lucky that you actually got him in, because there was obviously everyone was full. But as we know, people don't show up, which is a bit of a pain. But no, well done. Very enjoyable race. You've got John R right at the end with no penalties, and yeah, that's a really, really good night as well for you, especially finishing this race, which has got issues with the track limits, and as we saw tonight, a lot of penalties. So yeah, I wish you all the best this weekend in Division 1.
Thank you. Enjoy your nights.
You too, man. Okay, well, reserve program done and dusted. Daniel, what's your thoughts?
Wow. That's my first word. Wow. what a late race penalty by Jono. Really, really unfortunate for him. That really didn't get him the race win. But really good race from Aiden is started towards the rear of the field. Somehow magically went last to first, so that challenge has been ticked off. So my thoughts, heaps of penalties, and Wally Champions has claimed another victim.
Yeah, it has. It's very, very interesting to see what happened there, and a lot of drama. And it's going to be a very, very fun-filled weekend, I'm sure of it, across the board with all the divisions. If we've got some of that racing we've seen tonight, yeah, the track limits is going to be a key. And if there's a late safety car and no one's got any penalties, it's going to be a massive opportunity for them to score massive points, which could be anyone. So. Yeah, going to be an interesting night ahead. I look forward to it. We also have NA back this weekend as well. They will be kicking off at round 10 for Singapore. Only 2 rounds left of NA before the season does commence. Good little battle going on at the moment in NA between Mareki Don Illyrian and his teammate Ozzy, and also in Division 2 as well with Stephen Harold Berry. And also, I think, not me, not quite me yet, as well. So a lot of action to look forward to. Division 1 this weekend. Do not want to miss it. Canada round number 14. What are we going to see this weekend? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be an interesting one. We've seen Aiden as Raiden take out the win tonight, and obviously is in some very good momentum. And also VCAB are in some very good momentum as well. Div 5 verdicts have just dropped. Hopefully we will see Div 3 drop later on. We will have the podcast at the weekend as well for the recap of Baku, which has been a very, very exciting week. A lot of drama, but some fantastic racing as well. And going to be very interesting to see what the overalls look like heading into the weekend, and also heading into Division 1 this weekend. Daniel, mate, thank you very much for jumping in comms and taking the full fort tonight. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure. It always is a pleasure commentating with you, SJ, so thank you. Appreciate it.
Mate. I know my voice wasn't on point tonight, which was a bit of a shame, but no, we appreciate it, and I'm sure we're going to see more of you. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. No shout-outs to you tonight, no followers. Just we had Danny Rocks for a 15-stream streak. Esther, I love you, man. Can I have a shout-out?
Wow. Wow, who's that Danny Rocks guy in chat? He must be so good. What the hell?
Look at that. Listen to that. You can have a shout-out, mate. Well done. Great job. And thank you very much.
Oh, let's go.
Thank you very much for the 15 stream streak. Marzi unfortunately lost his. I think he was on a 45 stream streak, but
what? Wait, did you say 45 watch streak?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
What? How do you lose it?
I know.
By the way, the next time you'll hear me commentating is Div 1, guys, so make Another extraordinary commentating by me, so tune in for that.
Awesome. And hopefully it doesn't cut out every 5 minutes. It'll be absolutely amazing. You will see Reckers and Daniel Rocks, hopefully, in Division 1 on for Canada. Tune in then. It's going to be a great night. Have a great weekend. Remember, esports is back as well. They've kicked it off again. So that will be a great watch. And I'm sure it'll be very interesting to see if Yano or Rasmussen, or are we going to have a new champion?
Yeah.
This time? We'll still have to wait and see. But
Up Yano, up me. Up Yano, up me. Come on.
No, it's not. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone tuning in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Canada, and we'll see you very, very soon in Division 1. Good night.
Damn, not gonna